Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol SHMP. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Did this analysis on Monday, so that is where the green and red line annotations are coming from. And after today's price movement, definitely some updates need to be made. First, I'm going to do is a little house cleaning. Just get rid of these lines down there. Sure, those levels pertain. They're just not relevant anymore. And from the presentation point of view, I don't want to risk causing confusion because there's lines everywhere and that can lead to clutter. So let's try to keep this as clean as possible. Now, I will say that, from a presentation standpoint, this is actually a pretty tricky chart to talk about because there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're some sort of day trader, flipper, whatever you want to call yourself, and you bought up there and your plan was that you wanted to buy and sell within 20 minutes, then yeah, for you, the chart's looking pretty bad. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, I get it. There was a pretty big pullback late day today, but from the big picture, the price does still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base, and as long as higher bases are being built over time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. I am going to be talking about things from a big picture point of view. So if you're some sort of day trader or flipper, I may sound crazy calling some things bullish, but that's probably just because you had a different type perspective going into all this. And the reason I would still call the overall chart bullish has to do with this level right here at the 20-cent mark, which is our first update, and this update is based on a foundational rule in charting which states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this just helps kind of add a little bit more, let me do this real quick, add a little bit more context to why I would still call the overall chart still plenty bullish. Let's say that the price continues to pull back, goes all the way to 20, behaves in that manner, and then starts to work its way back upwards. Now, what would you have in this situation? Emphasis on big picture. Well, from the big picture, you'd have a set of lows right here. You'd have a little set of lows right there. You'd have some lows right there. And then you'd have even lower lows down around that area. Now, envision each one of those as stair steps. Yeah, I know they're bootleg looking, but from the big picture, what do you have? Well, you still would very clearly have these stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. And that's the name of the game. That's what you want to see. And that also assumes that the price actually goes all the way down to 20 cents, which I'm not saying is going to happen. But even if the price did do that, as you see here, the price would still have plenty of opportunity. Again, I'm well aware if you're some sort of day trader, flipper, and you bought up there, then yeah, you do not care about these stair steps. But that's why I try to offer up a warning that I would be commenting from a big picture point of view. So sure, today the price pulled back, but stop and think about that word, today. As in 1 day. Looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing here, you can see that the price still has plenty of opportunity to build an overall higher base. So let's see if the price can get that job done or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.